Did you guys watch Wednesday? It was a surprisingly good show. I don't know. I was intrigued by the design of it. I thought this actually, like the way it's made, it's very cohesive and the design and everything. I like the logo. I like the whole look of it. I'm a fan of the old Addams Family movies. I really do like them. But you know, it's 2023. It's Netflix. Yeah. Cam says it was okay. Didn't quite stick the landing. I enjoyed it. The funny thing about this show is it has just scattered throughout like salt and pepper, like they're just sprinkling some condiments on top of the show. It's just sprinkled with these little like jabs, little woke jabs, and they bear no, like they don't have any effect on the story. They don't have any effect on anything else. It's just they're just like, oh, we're just gonna just say something. It's gonna be an offhand quip, and then we move on. It happened every second episode. So if that gets under your skin, you're probably not gonna like it. But on top of that, it's got all kinds of people represented in it: black, white, Latino, all different kinds of people, all different colors of the rainbow. It is as diverse as you could expect it to be in 2023. But I don't think the show itself is woke, like the plot or anything like. It's not about any of that stuff. It was just a normal show about a character and that sort of stuff. It was like Monsters High, I think Ali called it. 40% Zed said he has, yeah, if you have zero tolerance for the woke garbage, you'll be out of there, because it's so weird. It's like they just it's, you know what it's like? It's like a spitballs, with a straw. You're just sitting there watching a normal show, and then it's like on the back of your neck. You're like, what was that? And then it just moves on. So Cam says it was better than Sandman. Much better than Sandman. Much better. I mean, Sandman, the agenda was front and center the whole time. Anyway, the point is, it ticked all the boxes. It ticked all the boxes and then some. Is it enough? No. You know it's not enough. It's never enough for these people. Never. What's to say here? This is CBR. Wednesday's renewed for season 2. It's time to hire more black and Latin. What is this word? Do they have an aversion to or O? They get X is out. We're done with X. X had its run. I think they figured it was racist or something. I guess we're Latin writers now. I don't know. It was written by Tim Burton, I think, for the most part. Jeremy, I thought Latrine too. I thought Latrine too. It is. It's Latinx volume. It's Latinx volume 2. It's like take 2. It's so weird. The severe lack. So it's like there's black and brown people all over the screen all the time. Now we need them in the writing staff. We need them in the gaffers, in the the makeup people, whatever. It's never going to be enough. They need more Latrine Americans. SJWs are pissed. At the start, they were pissed because it was funny at the start because the main actress is a Latina. They tried to drum up some of that fake. Oh, the conservatives are going to be so pissed because Wednesday's not white anymore, and it didn't stick. It was just like whatever. And then when it came out, we'll get into it because it's in the article. You gotta read some of this stuff. It's pretty amazing. All right, so yeah, they want more. Look, it was a good show. It's a big hit show now. Now that it's a big hit show, now we want to sink our claws into it more, even though the signature is all over it. All right, where is it? After a brief period of Wednesday, fans were concerned. Okay, blah, 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 blah. No, this isn't the good part. While Wednesday was a huge step forward in recognizing the character's ethnicity. Is that is that canon? Like Gomez is obviously like a Spanish name, but is it canon that they're not white? Because there's a lot of white people in Mexico. Spanish. I don't even know where they're from. Are they from Spain? I don't know. They're American. I don't know. Anyway, No One Nowhere says, I think in the comic, the original comic, the show faltered when it came to represent its other characters of color. I'm just gonna let that sit there. Characters of color. Take that in. Are you a character of color? Not just a person of color, a character of color. Other than the Addamses themselves, we're among. Look, here we are. Straight away, second paragraph in, we're counting the races. Oh, let's sit here and count how many black and brown people are in the show. They're race counters. They're not bean counters. They're race counters. Ever since I've been doing these shorts, and some of them are getting out into the YouTube space outside of my normal audience, I'm beginning all these people who were like, "You're an idiot. You don't know what woke is." I'm like, and they're all. It's funny. They're all under the assumption that woke just means you're aware of, I don't know, racial stuff or something. I'm like, no. Woke is looking at a show and not thinking, oh, was it well written? Was it well cast? No. It's counting how many people were of what race and ticking off boxes. And not only that, but making sure that they were a good representation, because they're going to judge the representation. Cam says, wokeism interrupts the narrative of any given piece of entertainment. It really does. In this show, it does. Luckily, they're just little flicks. They come and they're gone. There's about, I don't know, 8 of them throughout the entire season. Maybe one an episode, maybe one every couple episodes. I can't remember. I looked at Mel. We just rolled our eyes. Anyway, it's also a disservice given the poor stereotypes assigned to the show's few black characters. And here we go. This is the controversy. They didn't like the fact. Now, be careful what you wish for. You want equality. You want diversity. You want inclusivity. Normal, says John. Normal? Yes, normal. But they didn't like the fact that there are 2 bullies in this show. And, of course, they jumped the gun. These bullies both have character arcs where they realize that, spoiler alert, being a bully isn't a good thing. And they're black. So they were like, oh, the representation of black people in Wednesday, really, it's tone deaf, it's off the mark. Why can't black, they don't want black people represented as bad guys. That's a guy from, who's the guy in Silicon Valley? I just did a short on this. He was also in that god-awful Eternals movie. He's an Indian guy who was like, oh yeah, I went in Hollywood. They were like, we don't want to have non-white people play bad guys, because what kind of message is that sending? This is the bed that they have made for themselves. It doesn't matter how diverse and inclusive and podcastic these shows get. It will never be enough for these shitheels on sites like this who will go through with a thing ticking off, who was how were they represented, how many people were represented. Anyway, with season 2 on the horizon, hiring writers and directors of both black and latrine backgrounds could improve representation on the screen and behind it too. Well,